Hi, everybody. And if you're over 50 and navigating the job market, I know it can feel like a battle out there. So today, I'm giving you the real deal on how recruiters work and how you can make them your ally in the job search. You want that no bullshit, straight up truth? Then stick around because that's exactly what you're going to get. We're talking what recruiters really actually think and how you can get them to work in your favor. Reason for that? Because that's what I do. I'm the recruiter, so I know exactly how we feel. Let's start by understanding what recruiters really are. Recruiters are matchmakers. They're not magicians. We're not magicians. We don't create jobs out of thin air. Our job is to fill the positions for our clients. And their clients, are the companies. They're not you. Sounds harsh, but it's the truth. You're not our first priority. The hiring company is. But that doesn't mean that we don't want to help you, because if you're the right fit, it's a win-win for everybody. But I think it is important to make that distinction that it's the hiring companies that pay us and not the candidates. What do we think about candidates over 50? So people like myself, what do we really think about people like ourselves? Well, let's be brutally honest here. Recruiters are dealing with a lot of biases. They worry about things like salary, expectations, energy levels, adaptability, and technology skills. These aren't nice assumptions, but they exist. And again, it's a perception with the recruiter, particularly the younger you go for the recruiter, then that unconscious bias is leading them to people like themselves. But again, we're not here to, they're not here to write you off, especially if you can prove them wrong. Being adaptable and curious, and that you're not stuck in the past will help. People like me love candidates who make their jobs easier. So if you present yourself as flexible and ready to learn, then it puts you in front of the pack as well. Also, by being of a certain age, it means that you're more, there are lots of things going for you, which when the recruiter is trying to sell you to the client, there's a lot more to sell. And I think that's important, is making yourself sellable to the recruiter. So how do you do that? I think first to understand that a recruiter's time is incredibly limited. If you think we're sorting through hundreds of candidates, juggling multiple roles, and dealing with hiring managers and HR who don't always know what they want. So we need you to be as clear, direct, and concise. When you reach out to someone like me, do your homework, know the job, know the company, and how you're going to fit. Don't make us guess, because our time is precious. Don't ditch the generic resume. Tailor it, change it for the job that you're going to. You want a recruiter to put you forward. They need to see an immediate match between your experience and the job description. Now, if you're worried about age, focus on your skills, not your history. Lead with achievements and impact, not necessarily just years of experience. Now, if you think about this from a time perspective, if a recruiter is juggling 20, 25 roles and they're seeing 20, 30 CVs for each of those roles, and they've got to make 5 phone calls per job, you can see how precious all of a sudden that time becomes for people like myself. So the more you can do to help me on that time, the better I can then sell you to the client. Another thing to do to get value from people like me is to build a real relationship. Don't just disappear. You need to keep updated. Let me know what you're doing. If you gain a new skill, complete a certification, or even if you're just adjusting your job goals, let me know. The more you communicate with me, the more that it's going to help me for future roles. And remember, we're human. We get ghosted all the time. We get stressed, and we deal with rejection too as well. If we don't call you back, don't take it personally. All right. Instead, be as persistent but respectful. You cannot not try to get me as much as you can, because I've just said for all of those reasons. So a quick follow-up email to remind us that you're still available, interested, can go a long way. And don't harass us though. We don't want to work with someone who comes over pushy and desperate. So it's that fine line. But again, because we work with CRM systems and we take notes, then once another job or something comes up and we've got you in the mix, by doing a run, then we've got you. Okay, so being relationship, if you think about a relationship in the workplace and a relationship out of the workplace, having a relationship with the recruiter or me is equally as important as well. So I think, that relationship building, just keep that going. If you want an inside tip, people like me love referrals. So if you want sort of a fast track resume to me, get a referral from somebody who knows me. Networking is critical. We talk about networking to get jobs. Networking with recruiters is equally as important as well, particularly if you're over 50. Think about going to events. Use LinkedIn, connect with people in your industry, and then use those relationships to get introduced to me. If you come recommended, you're already in a much better position as well. So leverage the relationships that you've already got. It can sometimes feel that when you're talking to recruiters that they're not amiable, their relationship isn't there. So it does go both ways. So I think the bottom line for me is recruiters can be an asset if you know how to work with them and empathize with what they're dealing with as well. Understand what we do to make my life easier and build that relationship. Think about working your network. Now, you might have more experience, and that's a great advantage. Show me that you're still in the game, you're still learning and still driven, because the right recruiter isn't going to see your age, they'll see your value, but we need to see it. By doing this, we can then get you in front of the client. And I think we do exactly the same from a relationship. Exactly what I've just told you, I do the same with a client. So if I'm putting you in front of a client, then obviously I've got that relationship and they're taking me and you as that relationship as well. So I think for me, having that and doing that and understanding that the recruiter is, they are there to help you. So don't get disadvantaged by sometimes you may see that, the recruiter, why are they not getting back to me? Why are they not doing this? Just ask them. Let them know you're still there. Ask them for an update. Honestly, that's not a problem. And what I would say is, getting the right recruiter is also important as well. So I think working with a recruiter that is the similar values and a similar mindset to you will also go a long way as well. So I think that's important. So do comment about your experience with recruiters. How have you got on? Let us know how you think they're going on. Drop a like and don't forget to subscribe as well, because that's really great and helps the channel grow. And like I said, if you do, just reach out to me as well. If you've got any questions from a recruiting perspective, then absolutely do reach out for me as well. So good luck out there, and I'll see you on the other side.